Hey there, home slices. Your boy Weepy here. Welcome back to my 2020-2021 NFL season prediction series. Now we have the AFC East today, so let's get right into the video because that's what y'all are here for, right? Maybe. We have the Jets up first at fourth place. This team has a pretty decent offense. You got Le'Veon Bell, you got Darnold at quarterback, you got Brashad Perryman at receiver with Jameson Crowder at receiver as well. And you just got veteran Frank Gore and Joe Flacco on your team. So you have someone who can throw, and you have someone who's known how to run forever. On defense, you got some pretty decent defensive players with Jamal Adams still on your team. Maybe not for long, but he's still on the team. And you have C.J. Mosely and Patrick Owosso, two former Raven defensive players who know what a good defense looks like. Yeah, but this team has been struggling for years. They just once they get a lead in a game, they lose it and they just can't really get focused. Like Darnold has to stop seeing ghost. If he stops seeing ghost, I don't even know what the hell he means seeing ghost. The hell? I've never seen a football stadium haunted before. Jeez. Anyway, the Jets, I don't see them doing a lot. Maybe this could be a possible team that shocks the world. Like every year, there's one team that shocks the world. Last year, I think it was either the Bills, or the Titans. One of those two teams. One of those two teams shocked the world. But this could be a team that goes 10-6 and possible Lombardi Trophy winner. That's funny for me to say. I'm a comedian. Anyway, let's get into the predictions because that's what y'all are here for, right? Or just here to comment, Weepy, when are you going to stream next? And my answer is, I don't know. Week 1 against the Bills is a win for the Bills. Week 2 is a win for the Niners. Week 3 is a loss to the Colts. Week 4 is a win for the Jets. Week 5, loss to the Cardinals. Week 6, this could go either way. You got both teams with young quarterbacks, young receivers, young talent, okay defenses. Chargers win it. And they're playing in the new stadium. They're going to have a lot of people. Maybe. Actually, their stadium probably fits 60, 70,000. They might have maybe a couple hundred. They'll have a lot more Jets fans than Chargers fans, let's be honest. You beat the Bills, you lose to the Chiefs, you beat the Patriots, and you lose to the Dolphins. 3-7. You beat the Dolphins, you beat the Raiders, you lose to the Seahawks, you lose to the Rams, you lose to the Browns, and you lose to the Patriots. 5-11. Boom. This team, I think if they played both Darnold and Flacco, they might have a shot. Flacco, he didn't do a lot in Denver, but that's because his coach didn't let him do as much. Flacco likes to throw deep passes, and most of the time he connects with them. But in Denver, Flacco couldn't really do the things he could have done in Baltimore. He couldn't take control. He couldn't lead. He couldn't lead the team because his coach didn't let him lead the team. He had to follow. He didn't lead the team. Quarterbacks have to lead the team. Lamar leads the Ravens. Mahomes leads the Chiefs. Allen leads the Bills. Watson leads the Texans. The coach led the Broncos, not Flacco. So I don't think Flacco's done. I think he has a potential in getting back to the playoffs at least one more time. I can see him coming back to Baltimore next season and play maybe his final couple years as a backup. Maybe start a couple games with the Ravens with Lamar. I can see that happening. But 5-11 for the Jets, not too good. All right, Patriots time. Patriot. This team lost Tom Brady, and despite that only being the one key player they lost, well, they lost more than that, but Brady's like everything to them. He stuck with them. He won their 6 titles. He brought hype to the New England. He brought everything to New England. Once he left, now New England's considered a terrible team, and I agree. They have a quarterback who's never played in the NFL before. He's never started a game. So this is going to be interesting to see a rookie quarterback. He could play like a Baker Mayfield or a Johnny Manziel. I can see him maybe playing as Baker at the beginning of the year, but then scooping down to Johnny Manziel the rest of the season. That's just my opinion. Comment down below if you agree or disagree. If you think Jarrett Stidham is going to be good. But their defense with Stephon Gilmore and Devin McCourtney, that's two great secondary players right there. One just won Defensive Player of the Year, and the other one has a twin that plays on the same team. It's kind of confusing which twin we're talking about. But anyway, this team has some good offensive receivers and players. And Edelman, Lee, Sanu, and as running back with Sony Michel, this team could have another killer offense and another killer defense. But if their quarterback can't play, that's basically it. I don't think they have a backup quarterback. They might have another quarterback, but we don't know that quarterback's name. Oh, Brian Hoyer. I forgot. They had Brian Hoyer. I think they should start Brian Hoyer in week 1. See what he can do. Anyway, let's get on with the Patriots. This video is already like 10 minutes long. I'm not even editing the video because I don't feel like it. And because I have no editing website or thing because I don't have money. You beat the Dolphins, you lose to the Seahawks. You beat the Raiders, you lose to the Chiefs, you lose to the Broncos. That was quick. You lose to the Niners, you lose to the Bills, you lose to the Jets, you lose to the Ravens. 3-7. This is probably the worst record you're ever going to see the Patriots have. Let's take some pictures. Actually, that's the worst. You beat the Cardinals, you beat the Chargers, 5-8. You lose to the Rams, you lose to the Dolphins, but then you beat the Bills and beat the Jets. 6-10 for the Patriots. This team has the potential of both winning 10 games and losing less than 10 games. I see this team maybe going 7-9 at the best. The worst, I can see them going 13-3, 14-12, 5-11 too. Tying with the Jets. They just need, I think they should try to get a better quarterback, in my opinion. Like, Brian Hoyer, he's old. He's not going to really do a lot. So, try next season getting a key quarterback during the offseason or during the draft and be happy with that. Maybe tank to get Lawrence. I don't know. It'll be funny if teams tank to get Lawrence, but then Trevor Lawrence stay his senior year, and then all those teams just look retarded. Alright, we have the Miami Dolphins. Look at me, the Miami Dolphins, these Fins. This team has upgraded a lot, tremendously. A lot of people will put this team at 3rd and still at 4th, but I see this team actually growing a lot with their quarterback in Tua, with Devin Parker and Matt Breida as your receiver and running back. This team looks pretty well. And with key players adding to your defense and Jordan Howard, Byron Jones, and Kyle Van Noy. I don't know. This team is pretty legit now. Got a pretty legit offense with a running back and a pretty good receiver. Defense, you got some cornerbacks and some safeties. With Ryan Fitzmagic and Tua at quarterback, this team can win multiple games, back-to-back games. This team can win the division. I don't see this team making a playoff run, but this team has some high hopes within the next couple of years. This team can be the next something. Be the next something. That's all I can say. Alright, week 1 they lose to the Patriots. Week 2 a win against the Bills. Week 3 a win. Week 4 a loss. Week 5 a loss. Week 6 a loss. Week 7 a win. Week 8 a win. Week 9 a loss. Week 10 a win. Week 11, a loss. Week 12, a win. Week 14, a loss. Week 15, a win. 7-7, not too bad. You beat the Raiders, but then lose to the Bills. 8-8. That record to a lot of people could be shocking. But this team is really interesting to watch. This will be a team that I'm going to watch when the Ravens aren't playing. I'm going to be watching this team. I'm going to be watching this team. I'm going to be watching the Texans I might watch the Buccaneers and the Vikings. Those are my 4 teams that are kind of interesting to me because those teams have some interesting players. The Buccaneers are now considered a good team. The Vikings lost Diggs, but they still have good receivers. The Texans, even though they lost the best receiver, they're still considered a good team. The Dolphins could be the next best thing in this division, but I think the Bills have that. The Buffalo Bills. Let me talk about these Bills, okay? You dig? These Bills with offensive players in Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, John Brown, Cole Beasley, Devin Singletary. This team looks pretty good on offense. This team has a key offensive receiver core, a good, decent quarterback who can not only throw but run, and Devin Singletary who can run the ball. He looked pretty well last season in his rookie year. And defense, I don't know a lot of their players, but I know you got Tre'Davious White, who is probably the best safety in the league. Safety, is he a safety or a cornerback? He's one of those two. He's really good. I think he led the league in picks this season. Or was he tied with Gilmore? Correct me in the comments. And with the adding of Josh Norman, Norman hasn't been heard of in so long because he's been playing for the Redskins. Yeah, I get you don't have to play for a good team to get known, but if you play for a good team, you're gonna get a lot of spotlight on you. You're gonna get known by a lot more people than you're used to getting. Redskins, they haven't really done anything since Cousins was their quarterback. With him on the Bills now, I can see this team winning 10, 11, 12, not 13, but probably not even 12, just 11 below. You beat the Jets, you beat the Dolphins, you beat the Rams, you beat the Raiders, you lose to the Titans. You beat the Chiefs. This is going to be a game that the Chiefs are going to have the lead till the fourth quarter, and then the Bills are going to make a comeback and win the game. This is going to be an interesting game. Just watch. You lose to the Jets, you beat the Pats, you lose to the Seahawks. You beat the Cards, you beat the Chargers, you lose to San Fran. You beat the Steelers, and you beat the Broncos, you lose to the Patriots, and you beat the Dolphins 10-6. This is going to be a good season for the Bills. It's a back-to-back 10-6 season. I'm used to this because my Ravens have gone 10-6 for so long before Lamar that I'm used to just. I was used to winning 8 games a season. Now I'm used to winning more. Knocking on wood. Anyway, not talking about the Ravens, talking about the Bills. This is a team that I can see being in the AFC title this season. Even the Super Bowl within the next 5 years. This team, Josh Allen, he might still not be a good thrower. He still throws over more than 10 picks. He hasn't thrown 20 touchdowns so far. But if he can throw 30 touchdowns this season, I guarantee he's going to be good. But just don't be a Jameis Winston and throw 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Don't be like that. Don't be a Winston. Be a Baker. A rookie Baker. 27 touchdowns, like 10 interceptions. Be like that. Anyway, though, that's the division for this video. That's the AFC East. Bills, Dolphins, Pats, and Jets. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. I wish I could edit these videos because I'd make these videos a lot better, but I need money. So watch this video. Give me some watch hours. I need to pay my bill and pay for rent. I don't even live in an apartment. I just want money for rent. I don't even need to pay rent. I like to get a editing software so I can start editing videos and start making videos again. I like doing live streams, but making videos is kind of my favorite thing because videos you can play with whoever you want to play with, and you can play any game you want and make it funny. But once again, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're almost at 1.2K, so subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Share this video out. Goodbye, folks. I love you. Mwah.